Good evening, everyone. My name is Dr. Padmakar Wagh. I manage the technical support for Waters India. Being a scientist, I'm a strong believer in science, and I'm always inquisitive about whether there is any science behind success. So here I'm going to explain what is the science behind the success. You can call it as formula, and you can apply in your day-to-day life to become successful. So let's get started. So some before we start about success as a subject, let's try to understand some preface on successful life. So I don't know whether you have observed carefully, but if you look around, you will find that there is no relationship between educational excellence and successful life. These are two different things. So if you observe, there are people who are highly educated, but they are not really successful in their life. On the other hand, you will find there are people who are uh, not so educated, but they are successful in their life. So, formal education does not provide adequate knowledge about successful life. So, from where does the knowledge come from? So there is very nice verse in Sanskrit, a shloka, which talks about where we can gain knowledge from uh, for successful life. So the verse or shloka goes like this: Acharyat padamadatte padam shishyah somedhya sabrahmacharibhyah padam padam kalakramane. It means one fourth of the knowledge is obtained from teacher, that is formal education. One fourth comes with your own intelligence, that is self learning. One fourth from your classmates, that is others' experience, and one fourth only with time, that is others' experience. So if you observe carefully, 75% of the knowledge you have to acquire on your own, that is self-learning, others' experience and own experience. Only 25% of the knowledge dependent on formal education or is obtained from formal education. I have figured out that there is one place where you can get 50% of the total knowledge, that is self-learning and others' experience, both at one place, and that place is called book. So if you read a book, you are doing self-learning, and also you are learning from others' experience, because essentially the author of that book becomes your classmate and he is sharing his experience with you. So you can learn from others' experience as well as you're doing self-learning. So it becomes 50% of the total knowledge. So let's see some of our classmates what they are saying. Robert Kiyosaki says your education begins when you leave school, not when you are in school. Kenny Morgan says formal education will make you a living, self education will make you a fortune. If you read Bhagavad Gita, probably you don't have to read anything else for knowledge, because it is so much filled with knowledge. But the problem is Bhagavad Gita is in Sanskrit and it is very deep. So if you read it just once, probably you may not understand anything. That's why it is prescribed in Bhagavad Gita itself that you need to read it every day. So here are two important verses which talks about success in life. So chapter 6 verse 5 says one should elevate in life. Actually, Krishna is telling Arjuna that you should elevate in life and should not degrade. For the elevated, you are your own friend and enemy for the degraded. So he is telling that you are only responsible for elevating yourself in life or degrading yourself in life. If you elevate yourself in life, then you are your own friend. If you degrade, then you are your own enemy. And the immediate next verse says, for those who have conquered the mind, it is their friend. For those who have failed to do so, mind works like an enemy. That means if you are able to conquer or win over your mind, if you can control your mind, you will become your own friend. If you are not able to manage your mind, you will become your own enemy. So in short, he is saying that success or elevation in life is in our own hands and not on external factors. So what is success? Actually, success can mean different things to different people. Dictionary says that success is the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. So success is generally perceived as, those who have money and a higher social status. They are they are called as successful people. But it is not. It may not be entirely true, because even if the person has more money and he has got higher social status, but he may be failure on other aspects of life. For example, he may have bad health and he is not able to enjoy his life, or he may have a bad relationship with his family and he is having stressful life. So success is not essentially about only having money or higher educational status, but it also manifests in being less stressed, less worried, and more peaceful and happy. So in short, success is is about living a meaningful and satisfying life. So these are the elements of success one might consider: career, health, money, relationship, hobby, and social contribution. So career, basically it gives us a sense of accomplishment if you have good career, sense of satisfaction. Health, of course, if you do not have good health, you cannot really enjoy your life. Money, I need not tell more. Money is really very important if you want to live a stress-free life. Relationship can give you all the happiness you need. Hobby is also something which gives you happiness, and it can really uplift your mood, uh, and basically you will be more joyful if you enjoy your hobby. And social contribution is one thing which actually differentiates human beings from animal, because only human beings have empathy for the people or the other person who is not so privileged. And if you are involved in social contribution, you will have more self-esteem and more pride. So why it is important to plan for success? In order to find out what is the formula for success, uh, the first step itself is we have to plan for success. Why it is important to plan? So if I ask you a question, do you use Google Map? 100% of people, sitting here would say yes. I use Google Map. But if I ask a question, do you have a map where you want to go in life? That means, do you know the path where you are heading towards in your life, or at least do you know what is the destination you want to achieve or reach in your life? Let's say what research says. Research shows that 98% people don't have any clear goals in their life, so they are not aware where they are going in their life, and they generally work for the remaining 2% who knows where they are going in life. Research also says that those who have clear goals in their life, they are more happier than others, because humans have highly evolved brain, and our brain is all constantly asking us what next, what next. So those who know exactly what next they have to do, generally their happiness levels are much higher. If you want to know the power of having clear goals in life, you must read Bruce Lee's letter, and must know the story of Bruce Lee, about the letter. So Bruce Lee, at the age of 29, I think in 1969, he wrote a letter to himself and he posted it, and he received it back through post, and he used to carry that everywhere. In his letter, he wrote three things. He wrote that in next 10 years, I will make martial art movies. I will become number one Hollywood star, and I will have $10 million worth of assets. Um, After writing that letter, in next 3 years, Bruce Lee died. But just because he had clear objectives, he started working on martial art movies, and He could complete and release three movies, and all three movies were super hit. And he became number one Hollywood star in 1971. And obviously, he had more than $10 million of assets because of those three hit movies. So just because he had clear objectives, he worked on those. And at the time he was dying, he said, "I cannot ask anything more from life because I've got everything what I wanted to." So at the age of 32, he feels accomplished. That is the power of setting goals in life. So how to make a success plan? So first thing is you should set goals. So just like Google Map, you know your destination where you are going. In life also we should know which destination we are heading towards. So it is advisable that you take time off from the routine. Don't do anything else. Sit um, quiet at a quiet place and think about 3 to 5 years of horizon. Research says that life is too uncertain to think about more than 5 years of horizon. So you should only think about 3 to 5 years, not more than that. And you can choose from these elements of success, which is of your priority. Yeah. You may select two or three, but you should not generally select more than three because it will be too many things to do for you. So, career, health, relationship, money, hobby, or social contribution, any three you can pick. And you can write your goals as smart goals. So for example, by the end of 2022 I will become head of the IT department. So that could be your career related goal. Then by the end of 2023 I will have x rupees saved. That is your money related goal. And I will weigh 70 kilograms by the end of 2021. This becomes your health related goal. So now once you have set your goals, what you want to, where you want to go, now you have to find out the road, the map, how you are going to go there. So basically action plans. So to find actions, you can answer following questions and you will get a roadmap or action plan. So the questions you can ask yourself, what are my current strengths around that goal, or what is my current position? What are my key development needs, and what key changes I need to make? So we'll take the same example. By the end of 2022, I will become head of IT department. If that is your goal, then the question you should answer are what are my current strengths. So let's say I have good sound technical knowledge of IT department. So the next question is, what are my development needs? So since you want to become head of IT department, you can easily find out that if you want to head the department, you need to have project management skill acquired. So what learnings I need to undertake? You will have to do a project management course in the next 1 year. So that becomes your action plan. Example 2, by the end of 2023, I would have X amount saved. So let's say you have money related goal, and the question you can ask are what is the status now? So let's say you have 10 lakh rupees in saving. What is the balance amount you need to save? You can break it down per month. So you would know to reach X amount. What balance? So you have 10 lakh rupees already. So let's say X minus 10 lakhs you need to save. Then divide it by per month. I mean, number of months you will get per month. So let's say you will get an answer. You need to save 25,000 rupees per month for next 36 months. So what are the changes you need to make to achieve that 25,000 rupees per month saving? So maybe you will have to change your lifestyle, that you will cook food at home and will order hotel food only once a week. So I'm going to post one template in the chat box. which actually takes you through the goal setting and planning process. It is multiple step process, so if you follow step by step, it will guide you through. And there is also a tracking sheet at the back, that there you can track your goals. So do use that uh, template which I am going to share with you. So if you are still not convinced that setting goals in life can make you achieve more, here is Brian Tracy's statement. An average person with average talent, ambition, and education can outstrip the most brilliant genius in our society if that person has clear, focused goals. Let's say what Bhagavad Gita says about goal achievement. So, chapter 2, verse 41, Krishna tells Arjuna, those who want to achieve their goal, their intellect must be focused on single object. Those who cannot focus their intellect, mind wanders in all the direction and eventually cannot achieve their goal. So going back to our Google map again. So in our life, okay, in your life you have decided now where you are going to go. So that is your goal, and you have also found out a roadmap how you are going to go there. So there is no question of taking any diversion because you know the road, right? You don't take when you are going on the straight road and which is going to lead you to your destination. You don't take U-turn, you don't take diversion, you don't take right? So Krishna is exactly telling the same thing that your intellect, your mind should be focused on only one object which you want to achieve. So the most important word in life's achievement is saying no to everything else which is not going to contribute to your goal. So you have to say no. You should be able to say no to all the distractions in life. Another important thing when you will start working on the on your goals in your life, uh, you will require three important traits, and that traits is like a degree, a PhD. Okay, so it is not a PhD degree which university offers, but it is a PhD degree of success. So that PhD stands for perseverance, habits, and discipline. So when you will start working on your goals, you will the road will not necessarily be smooth always. There will be difficulties, there will be delays, there will be distractions, and persistency is something which will keep you on the track. So those who can continue on the track, or keep doing that thing no matter what happens, will make sure that you are always on the correct road to achieving your goal. So that is your perseverance. Habits, you may have to change certain things in life in order to achieve your goals. Okay, so for example, if you want to lose weight, you will have to change the habit of eating junk food, or you will have to add a new habit of getting up early and um, doing exercise, or whatever during any time of the day you will have to exercise. So that's a habit you will have to add. And discipline is the one which will make sure that the habit which you have developed, you will continue doing that. So doing things that must be done whether you feel it like or not, will is discipline basically. So discipline makes sure that you will continue that habit uh, till you achieve your goal. So success really depends on what you do in everyday life. So this is very nice chart, which I like very much. So let's say the center person is you. Uh, when you start, let's say zero, at zero time scale, is you. If you don't change anything in your life, you will remain there after few days, months, years. Probably nothing much will change in your life. If you develop a bad habit, or if you choose a bad behavior, or if you make a bad choice in your life, uh, you will degrade eventually. So for example, if you start smoking, after few months, years, your health will start degrading. Similarly, if you develop a good habit, let's say you started reading one book per week, and if you can continue that for several months, you will find that after few months, your knowledge is better than uh, uh, what you had earlier. Or if you have started developing a habit of exercising every day, you will find that you are more fitter, you are more energetic. Okay, so when you make changes in your habits, choice and behaviors, you will find that after few months things will start changing. The problem is when you do changes in the life, uh, in terms of choices, behaviors and habits, it takes certain amount of time to see the change yourself as well as by the others. And that for that time, let's say for in this case, in this particular example, 20 months, uh, people do not have patience to wait for 20 months. So for example, if you start dieting, okay, and after a week you will find that you are not losing weight, and you will say dieting is not working, you will give up. Actually, for every habit or for every change, there is certain amount of time required to see the effect of that habit. Okay, so in general it needs 20 to 27 months to see the effect of change, uh, of that changed habit or uh, choices we have made. And once you start seeing the difference from the one which has not changed at all, it will have a compounding effect. So it will go on adding in a proportionate way. So that's the beauty of this chart. So in conclusion, success isn't just about money but has many elements. Planning is must for success. Success depends on our actions. Nobody else is going to make us successful. And to achieve a success, you need to make choices and changes in habit and behaviors. So, in short, success is not an allopathic medicine called Sudramycin in this case, which you will take one tablet for next 2 to 3 days and you will become successful. But it is more like a Ayurvedic concoction. It's bitter, it is unpleasant. But when you will take it for days, months, or probably years, you will see a good benefit on your overall health. So that's about success formula. So thank you for your patient listening. Thank you.